sip on it. Take a trip on it. When a girl who can go slow, wind it up all night. Baby, take your time. Let me know I want. When you turn me around, wagwan. When the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going. Like bum bum bum. Throw it back then rotation. Take a risk and just season. Shine bright as that season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. We know like me. We know shine bright like royalty. We know stay keep a dignity and wine. So kind of you neck is stolen. You been waiting on me to solve it for me. And last weekend you had me thinking, oh, must get in and lift my head up like bum bum bum. Throw it back then rotation. Take a risk and just season. Shine bright as that season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, jam, jam.
Good morning, people. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Bubba Williams is in the building. DJ Exclusive is here. Good morning, y'all. Y'all grab your coffee, your tea, whatever it is you need to get your morning started, like it or not. It's about to go down. Good morning, everybody.
All over again, all over again. Don't you, yeah, you make me feel like we could do. Oh, you make me feel like we could do it. All over again, all over again. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time.
Carter Wynn, good morning. Roller Dragon. Anna Loom, good morning.
I gotta hit the beat.
Promises Manifested,
hit
good
the
morning
beat,
to you.
beat. I
T
gotta
Tweety,
hit the
Christine
beat.
City, good morning, everybody.
Gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the
Emily Swamp, good morning. Rachel Banning, what's going on? Good morning to you.
beat. I gotta I got it. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October.
Tiger, good morning to you. Woodward on my shoulder. Iris Jones, Jovan, good morning, y'all. Priscilla, good morning.
All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin.
This is Manifest. What's going on? Lady Lou, good morning.
I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the
You drop this. Yeah.
Shade Dragon, what's going on? Good morning, Mother and Daddy. Mother and Father. I love y'all, mean it. Good morning to y'all.
Feel mad, cold nights feel heavy. Same place going in the heart of the city. Nitty gritty feels iffy and the eyes feel shifty. The shit we're in, yo, it's all mad risky.
all night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls.
Moon Me, good morning to you. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Like it or not, it's coming up next. Rebecca Zora's in the building. Y'all stay tuned. Matthew Cortez, good morning.
I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat.
What would you get if a dinosaur kicked you in the backside? What would you get if a dinosaur kicked you in the backside? A Megasaurus. I'm here all week, people. Y'all stay tuned, all right? Good morning, everybody.
Can't take my eye off you. Can't take my eye off
Honey, right, good morning.
Don't got nothing on you. Don't got nothing on you. My heart is ready for something I haven't had in a long time. True love crime, I hope you know that it may hurt for a while. Let's slow down, slow it down. I can see
Brother Latif, what's going on, Latif? Mr. Son.
Smooth like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice like cocoa, you're nice like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Oh, you're nice like cocoa, you're nice like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Ooh, driving date, watch a movie.
Who do I think by my song?
On duty, not too much or too sweet. Ooh, passion from your truly. Let me know.
Shoot the Dragon is in the building. Good morning, Stu. Miss Nikki, good morning. How you doing, Miss Nikki? It's so good seeing y'all, man. Good morning to y'all.
I know you still, you're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread.
I need to be drinking tea instead of this damn coffee.
Like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread.
Mr. Butler, good morning.
You're nice, like cocoa.
Y'all be making me smile in the morning. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody on Twitch as well, too. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you streaming from. Good morning, y'all. Mary C, the Purple Dragon, good morning.
My mind can't take my mind off you, baby. Oh, come be my lady. Oh, give me a baby.
Miss Nikki, I'm sick of politics, honestly. That's why I'm glad me and Rebecca doing what we doing. Ben is doing good, Mama. Ben is good. Need to get him on for an episode one day. Tyler, good morning to you, Tyler.
When I get you back, oh yeah.
My wife said,
oh, yeah.
Stop being an idiot. Just be yourself. I said, make up my mind. Make up your mind.
When I get you back, oh yeah.
Miss Nikki, yes it is. The revolution is catching fire.
When it comes to you and me.
Hero Tiki, good morning. That's Tiger's wife now. Shout out Tiger's wife in the building. Good morning to you.
I won't let you down. I got it. I know you.
Brother Wilson, good morning. Good morning. Right, movie, my wife. Girl, please. My husband. Not neither one of them.
Cause I don't want to lose you. I hope you feel that
Mama
way
Beta,
too.
what's going on? Good morning to you.
I don't want to lose you. Baby, don't go. Don't go. When I get you back, oh yeah. 'cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah, I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else.
Dragon, go home, go to sleep.
When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah.
If you have not streamed Renaissance, if you have not streamed Renaissance yet, what are you doing? Make sure you have time to listen to Renaissance out for the year, hands down already. A lot of pop on there. It is, it really is. Hey man, I just joined a site, dating site for arsonists. I've been sent a lot of matches. What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts? What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts? Beer nuts are $1.50 a pound. Deer nuts are under $1.
The right place for you. Always stay up all night. Watch the neon light. Touch your ones like on numb.
I appreciate it.
Be the fantasy. Give yourself to me.
LBH, good morning to you.
Just hold on, hold on. We back tonight, babe. Tomorrow it's gone.
Y'all like that one? I know I'm here all week. I told y'all I'm here all week.
It's all that I want. It's all that I want. It's all. We can touch the sky, babe. It's a natural high. I know I'm alright when I look into your eyes. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give me that beat, that funky, funky. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give me that
G-Man, good morning to you.
Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me.
G-Man, what do you call a medieval spy? What do you call a medieval spy?
Face towards the stars.
Surveillance.
Feel my
Get it?
breathing hard.
Surveillance? Huh?
All up in my zone.
What the hell?
Touch your ones like on numb. Heartbeats like a drum. Feel the fantasy. Give yourself to me. Stay in this moment. Just hold on, hold on. We got tonight, babe. Tomorrow is gone. You and the moonlight. It's all that I want. It's all that I want. It's all. We can touch the sky, babe. It's a natural high. I know I'm alright when I look into your eyes. Give it to
Give it to me, funky, baby. Give it to me.
Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me, yeah. We can touch the sky, babe. It's a natural high. I know I'm alright when I look into your eyes. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me. Give it to me, funky, funky. Give it to me.
All right, y'all, make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Make sure you stay tuned like an announcement is coming up next. You don't want to miss it. Sounds like I'm jamming to Beyonce album. I mean, if Beyonce was non-copyrighted, that is.
Just another sunny day.
California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let it phone you. Come and see what
At my boss's funeral, kneeling and whispering at the coffin. Who's thinking outside the box now, Gary?
place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it comes.
What the hell? That's what the hell? Oh man. Truth, where is that truth?
In Southern California. But I'm ready to bring what happened to euphoria. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Damn thing.
Oh my gosh, man. You know, I used to think I was indecisive. Now, I'm not so sure. Shoot, I'm coming to. It's Australia. I don't know. Y'all have huge spiders. Rebecca better hurry up before I kill y'all with these jokes, man. Okay, I got it. What's the best place in the house to hide from ghosts? What's the best place in the house to hide from ghosts? The living room.
Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote up for me. Yeah. Never felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently. Yeah. But something went wrong. The signals got crossed. And now we're on completely different pages.
I'm here all week, okay?
Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt.
All right, y'all, the queen is in the building, so you already know what time it is. Good morning to everybody, y'all. Here it is, like it or not, it's about to go down.
Hey, man, yeah, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it, like it or not.
The living room.
Like it or not, it's going.
I don't know how that
Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going.
It's going.
Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life bitch. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in stride.
Lily, good morning, Lily.
DJ
Elizabeth Rosa, good morning.
Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, issue, politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down.
I'm gonna have to do this live one day.
It's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going.
Matt Clapper, good morning.
Start this damn show.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Get you in, I kiss your lips.
No, my sister would be like, when I wear this wig, like, She's all right. She's all right.
Oh, you came in giving I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good.
Y'all, this is my throw on wig. It was so dusty. I woke up late today. It was crunched up in the hair back.
Mama said Foxy Brown. No, man, it's Foxy Cleopatra. I just wasn't ready. It's cute as hell.
I wasn't ready myself. Listen, I said, not this damn wig. This is the only wig I got that's just throw on and I can just move on because I ain't got to press my hair down. I'm late. I'm tired. Woke up 10 minutes ago. So this is what y'all getting today. But it's my sister. When she's all right. That girl's all right with me. Why would
Yeah.
I have a anyway, y'all. Good morning. I hope that you guys kikied along with us here. I know that y'all wasn't expecting this wig, but this is the wig y'all gonna get on the day. This is the weekend wig that's usually drenched in like a nice curl watery situation, but I couldn't even pin it down at the top. So this is what
The
y'all
soul
gonna
glow.
get today.
Just let your soul glow.
That's what it is.
Oh man.
Y'all know I love a good curl. This is my short curl. And I
love it though.
Yeah.
I love it. And did you wear that to
yeah, look, because you know the wig. Yes, but at the award shows I had it more teased and tamed. This one just came straight from the hair bag. Anywho, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Like It or Not. We're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it, girl. You got my glasses fogging up and everything.
Oh, you had me cracking up from my soul because I was like,
I needed that. I appreciate you.
I'm your host, Rebecca Azora, joined by the infamous
James Bubba Williams, aka DJ Exclusive, aka DJ X3C, aka yo chick, yo man, yo baby daddy, and everything else in between. Call me Big Daddy. Period.
Big Daddy Church Cat. Okay. Now we've gotten that out of the way because I'm just like traffic up. You know, there's a lot that we need to touch on. And before we actually get to some of the news, I wanted to just quickly mention a few of the disasters that are going around in our nation.
Man, that's a lot. Jesus.
They are really a lot. Right now, I know that we didn't get a chance to mention it on yesterday, but hundreds are still missing in Kentucky after a flooding that happened in the eastern part of Kentucky. The death toll has reached now 37. The death toll has reached now 37. And again, hundreds are currently missing. Give me one moment here. My computer is acting a little crazy. But while we were talking about that, I know that this is a disaster that is happening because of the constant rain, the flooding, and that's going on over there. And this is the flooding that happened last week. And again, it killed more than 3 dozen people. That's 37 so far. And they're saying that the heat will soon have challenges for the searchers who are going to be looking for hundreds of people who are missing. So yeah, it's a lot. And so again, it's rising. The governor, Andy Bashar, is saying that the death toll is expected to rise. And hold on. I apologize about that, you guys. My computer is just going. That's what it's really sounding like on this side over here. But yes, they're starting to look for more people. They said the death tolls are going to continue to rise again. This is in the eastern part of Kentucky where there was major flooding on last week. They say rescue efforts have since been very complicated by washed out infrastructure. Service is now being restored in some of the areas, but still people are not able to reach out to their loved ones. So, again, the heat isn't helping. They're trying to find out who they can find. There are hundreds of people that are missing because during that flood they weren't able to get over to them. And again, this is in the eastern area parts of Kentucky. So this is something that has happened, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about it, but this is one of the few disasters that are going on, or people are dealing with as we speak.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on like that, we don't know which things to focus on, but keep Kentucky, that eastern part of Kentucky, in your prayers. And there's expected to be a little bit more rain on top of some heat, so it's going to be just an up and down imbalance of trying to find people in between those rising and rainy temperatures. So,
and they say climate change isn't real.
and that's a big thing. Climate change is very, 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 very much real. We
Very
see that
much
in
so.
our sea levels. We see that in places like in Antarctica, Alaska, places that are supposed to be really, really cold, just around the world. Like it is happening. We're losing infrastructure. I don't know if I would say it's naturally, but because of how we're treating the earth. And back in the day, it used to be a thing that we'd be like, whatever. But no, there are a lot of ways that we're not taking care of the earth, and it is now in turn hurting its people. So
Mother Earth is hurting. So in turn, Mother Earth is hurting. It's gonna hurt us back until we start treating it right. And then was very surprised that Joe Manchin decided to go in and cooperate and collaborate with the Democrats finally on passing something for climate change. But we'll see how much that's gonna work. I just don't really think it's gonna do anything.
I mean, they've been actually pushing a few things for climate change and and things like that. But I don't since they've been pushing climate change or having the conversation centered around the conversation, there hasn't been much that has been said or done.
Right.
So you're right. We won't see much. And we'll just, I think it's up to us, one person by one person. It ain't really going to make a change. But if we just do our part and
collectively,
it'll work out that way. So now next news that we got that I just wanted to touch on is the McKinney fire in Northern California, which is the state's largest fire this year. It's which left 2 dead in the fire. So this wildfire in Northern California that exploded in size over the weekend has killed at least 2 people, forced thousands to evacuate, and grown into the state's largest wildfire this year, with lightning Monday threatening its further expansion. The McKinney fire broke out Friday afternoon in the Klamath National Forest near the California-Oregon border, and has since ripped through more than 55,000 acres, advancing on homes and forcing nearly 2,000 residents to evacuate on Saturday. The blaze has become, again, California's largest wildfire this year. We know they do go through wildfires. That's in California. But this year, this is their largest, and we're in the month of August. 2 people were found dead so far, and this was Sunday morning inside a vehicle that burned in the path of the fire. The 2 were found on a residential driveway along one of the highways, Highway 96, and officials haven't released any more information. And so the blaze was 0% contained, and that's when the weekend had ended. And the firefighters face a long battle ahead of lightning and thunderstorms, complicated efforts with the flames raced through dry vegetation. Heavy smoke over the fire helped slow its growth on Sunday, but also kept firefighting aircraft grounded. The Oregon State Representative, Dacia Graber, her husband, both firefighters were camping near the California state line when they woke up on Saturday to orange skies, hot wind gusts, lightning, blowing ash, as she stated on Twitter. Of course, they evacuated, but the story is still, this is what people are dealing with. This is on California. And then we have in Kentucky. Go ahead.
And I was about to say, and this is on top of the already the several fires that they've had previously. over the past couple of
So
weeks.
this is
So
the largest
now,
this year.
then that's crazy because the other fire, my God, just seeing one of the news anchors from ABC that's on Good Morning America, she was there in the midst of it. And when I tell you, it's just like, girl, what are you doing? Get the hell out of there. But it's just crazy.
That's how reporters report. You know, you get into it, you get the shot, and then you keep it moving. But that's how it is. That's how you, yeah. So
nope.
Well, that's how you get the shot. That's that's one of the things that I used to do, and I said I wouldn't do again. Like there are certain things that I won't go into, but it does help you get the shot. It does help you get the story. But but for protection for everybody who is surrounded by this, for protection to anybody who was looking for their family members in the Kentucky flooding, and the California fires, protection for people, prayers for people, comfort for people who have lost somebody in these disasters so far. And so, we're just going to keep our eyes on it, and we're hoping that things get better. We're hoping that your state representatives and your state leaders are able to assist as best as they can, if it's monetarily, if it's with food and other things that you need, maybe like what do they call them, deodorant, things for showers, housing, all of that, and all, we toiletries. When I was looking for toiletries, why was I not getting that? She's all right. Why was I not getting that?
It's the Jerry curl juice that leaked into your brain a little bit. It's okay. It slows the growth. It's proven.
It's for anybody who's listening, you have to tune in. You gotta make sure that you tune into this episode. It's the fool. But no, seriously. It's I hope that the people do get the help they need, because usually in these times it'd be like they got 2-3 days of assistance and help, and all of a sudden they don't get anything. There's nothing. They don't care about what happened to those people. It's just like whatever. So we pray for that. Let's see. That's all I got for today for y'all. I'm just kidding. That's really, I just wanted to I know, right? I just wanted to make sure I touch on that first, because I know that I didn't want to forget that those are major news stories that have been happening. But for some reason, every time I click on that sheet, it's taking me over to the Oscars.
You got to scroll over, Rebecca, at the bottom.
Did.
You got to scroll all the way over to the date. You see at the bottom where they got the date? You got to scroll it.
I've been doing this all morning, and I thought that, why
don't this ever work for you?
It never works for me. Can you drop the link right now in the private chat?
There
Thank
you go.
So much for your services, and I apologize to the listening audience and those who are watching. I seem to always have an issue pulling up the this sheet for today. Okay. I'm here, even though it says Monday, August 1st. I am on the sheet. Okay, guys. A CIA drone strike takes out Osama bin Laden's successor. Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed in a U.S. drone strike. And so, listen, this was yesterday, and there was a lot of excitement surrounded by that from the Biden, from the Biden administration. Joe Biden announced yesterday that a CIA drone strike killed the Al-Qaeda leader in Afghanistan. Al-Zawahiri began to lead the group following the 2011 killing of Osama bin Laden, and was considered one of the masterminds behind the September 11th attacks. And this is according to DW and Al Jazeera. Biden said that there were no civilian casualties reported in the operation. Let's take a look at more.
Saturday, at my direction, the United States successfully concluded an airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan, that killed the emir of Al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri. To the families who lost fathers and mothers, husbands, wives, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and co-workers on that searing September day, it is my hope that this decisive action will bring one more measure of closure. He made videos, including in recent weeks, calling for his followers to attack the United States and our allies. Now, justice has been delivered. and this terrorist leader is no more.
Sorry, I was not. I was trying to pick out the right side. It was giving me. I said, "Why is it so?" Y'all, I really just pulled it out of the bag. I didn't have time to comb it out. Anywho, I wasn't ready to get back on air. Yeah. So what Biden said, and in all seriousness, what Biden said for people who were affected, I didn't even know they were still searching for somebody. To be honest,
me neither. Me neither at all. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't. I know that they were still out there. I know that. I just kept saying why we're still at war. But I guess it was to find this leader. I think, interestingly enough, this may continue to move. This may continue to move for with more war, if that makes sense, because it's like we're killing this, we're killing that. They're gonna come back and try to kill. They're gonna, it's like a never-ending cycle. Hopefully it doesn't get like that, but it's like we're never gonna leave Afghanistan for real. You know what I'm saying?
Never. Right. It seems like we've been over there for, my gosh, seems like decades. Honestly, decades. And you're right. It just seems like I have the same feeling. When he announced it, it kind of felt like. Kind of feels it's going to lead to more war. Like Mars Reese said, war, and more war. And it's just like, we don't need that right now. It's already enough going on where we got pandemics and natural disasters going on. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. We'll see how this really turns. I mean, it's a win for us, but then again, it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I know that you're following a local story here in Atlanta about the Midtown Music Fest. What's going on with that here in Atlanta?
So Georgia's gun laws force Atlanta Festival to cancel. Atlanta's Midtown Music Festival cancels due to safety concerns. Georgia gun laws are to blame for the cancellation of the 2022 Midtown Music Festival in Atlanta, Georgia. The annual event takes place in Piedmont Park, which is a very popular park here in Atlanta. Everybody visits there all the time. A public space where guns are permitted, and a short-term tenant of that property can't enforce its own ban. The annual event, on Monday, Live Nation announced that the festival was canceled, stating only, due to circumstances beyond our control, Music Midtown would no longer be taking place this year. We are looking forward to reuniting in September, and we hope that we can get back to enjoying the festival all together soon. The cancellation of Midtown Music will cost Georgia's economy $50 million. $50 million.
So you're telling me that this is in relation to them not being able to pass something that says that they can't bring guns to the event.
Oh, we'll keep going. Though Live Nation did not officially give a reason for the cancellation, sources who work with the festival confirmed to Rolling Stone that Georgia's gun laws were to blame. Since 2011, Music Midtown was taking place at Piedmont Park in Atlanta, and parks are among the various public spaces in Georgia where guns are allowed to be carried. The festival, as temporary user of the park, does not have the standing to supersede that law and enforce its own ban. The festival's website stated that weapons or explosives of any kind are prohibited. So basically saying that Music Midtown is not able to say, hey, you can't bring your guns into this. So now it is a safety concern, because now you have all of these people with all this alcohol in the system with guns in their pockets or wherever. So they can pull out and start shooting at any minute, which could lead to another mass shooting.
They can't pass it like that because of see what I'm saying?
And,
and people in this area, in the little Florida, Texas, Georgia region, they got issues with drag shows, and they're saying that is more abusive to our kids and our people.
Hello, somebody.
And then and I say that because they're literally making laws that can close down businesses because of drag shows. But what's more dangerous? Because they're saying that hurts kids and that hurts, people and things like that. But what's more dangerous? You guys not wanting to change these dangerous, lenient ridiculous gun laws that are preventing people from being safe from events that people are coming together in large amounts, like, that by the thousands, that bring revenue into your state, into your cities.
$50 million.
And you want to care about more guns. It's like, oh no, that's the American way. We're not. That's the Georgia way.
That's the Georgia way. I want to carry my guns, Rebecca.
In my F-150. I got a new one outside.
Did
you see the shoes on that baby?
It's the Silverado. I got the Silverado. That mother sucker's big as hell.
I heard about the Tacoma. The Toyota Tacoma.
Toyota Tacoma.
Anyways, child, this is what Atlanta's worried about. This is what Georgia's worried about. This is what Kent is worried about. Is just making sure that we keep these lenient, loose gun laws so that, guns before people. That's what it will always be. Possible massacres before people's safeties. That's what it will always be.
Yeah.
Crazy people getting their hands on guns and pulling up to schools and shooting people. They will allow that to be a possible scenario here in the state of Georgia.
And then try to control a woman's body as well too. Don't forget that one.
Try to sew up my vajayjay.
Don't forget that one. Okay. And also, Stacey Abrams did take to Twitter to address it as well, too, stating Brian Kemp's dangerous and extreme gun agenda endangers the lives of Georgians, and the cancellation of Music Midtown is proof that his reckless policies endanger Georgia's economy as well. It's shameful, but not surprising, that the governor cares more about protecting dangerous people carrying guns in public than saving jobs and business in Georgia. Rather than respond to increased gun violence by strengthening safety, he doubled down on weakened gun laws. In dire economic times for so many Georgians, this cancellation will cost Georgia's economy a proven $50 million. This means that small businesses and workers who rely on events like Music Midtown and their tremendous economic impact have now lost incomes that help put food on the table and roof over their heads. And she's right. If you really look at these festivals, there are a lot of vendors that are at these festivals. So now you're canceling out their money that they would have relied on these festivals to make that income up, to keep going. DJs, performers, vendors, it's so many people. You're taking money out of their pocket now. So it sounds about white though. So
It sounds about white. It sounds about no rights. It sounds about this is what it is. It sounds about gun rights. And so that's all they care about. And that's what sucks. But we're gonna, I guess, see who's gonna. I wonder if they're gonna take to the streets and protest about this. I want to see what's gonna come about. I want to see if the patrons are gonna talk about this, make this a thing, and bring it to light. And
you know what they need to do to protest that and stop all this shit from happening? Take your ass out and vote in November. This man, goddamn Kemp, is leading in the polls right now here, and that's freaking crazy to me. So November, we got to get out there and vote. That's like hands down, that's what it is. If we don't start moving these people out of office during the midterms elections, here I am sounding like goddamn Benjamin P. Dixon. If we don't get these people out of office during these midterm elections, then nothing is going to change in this country. So we got to do this. We have to.
Yeah, we do. I know that those are coming up as quick as possible. I hope that you guys do get out and vote. It does make a difference. I know it seems like it hasn't, but the more that we just kind of put our vote in, and look, sometimes it feels like a penny with a hole in it, whatever that means.
Come on now. Right.
Like a penny with a hole in it. Sometimes it feels like that. And because whatever that means, because whatever the song makes you feel like, I feel like that's what they're trying to say. So right. But I think that you should know that your vote does matter. Because I don't want Brian Kemp anymore, and I'll continue to vote until he's out of the house. I'll continue to vote
Hello.
until he is gone and we see something better. As I believe that we'll see something better. What did our ancestors do? They fought for a vote, and they continued to do that even when changes weren't happening in their view. But all of that fighting led to some change, and it sucks because sometimes the changes could be minute, but all that work behind that one change consisted of people believing and continuing to vote. So I love you guys. Mean it. Look, it ain't 10 o'clock yet. It ain't 10:30 yet. Look, me ready to go.
Girl, cover these two stories.
Yes, I'm coming to it.
We had a lot of music stuff today. I'm noticing. This is like, dang.
Listen, y'all.
Okay.
Beyonce.
All in your mouth
all
like
on the
liquor.
mouth, like, okay, we was right now. Beyonce is basically on everyone's mouth like liquor after her album Renaissance dropped, the first part. A lot of people took to Twitter to show how much love they had for it. Some people were saying it's not their steez, and some others were saying she used a disability or a slur that was used to express disabled people. And this is the same slur that Lizzo actually was under fire for about a week ago on social media, or about 2 weeks ago, for using the word spaz. So Beyonce announced that she will remove a lyric from the Renaissance album. And what's funny is I was listening to that song and I literally was saying spazzing
down that ass.
Doing that. But I was thinking to myself, dang, didn't Lizzo just remove it? So anywho, the issue is the use of the word, of course. Okay. And in the track Heated on Beyonce's newest album,
produced by Drake, by the way. I'm sorry.
Representatives for the pop icon confirmed the word will be removed from the song after it caused backlash amongst advocates and fans. So the word not used intentionally in a harmful way. Same, because when I was singing it, I didn't think it would be used intentionally. Like I didn't know that it was a bad word either. But it will be replaced. And this is what Beyonce's representative said in a statement. The word is often used as a derogatory term. So here's the education. The word is often used as a derogatory term used in Europe, referring to a person with a physical disability. However, according to African American Vernacular English, AAVE, the word spaz is commonly used among some of U.S. Black communities to mean either fight or go crazy. Lizzo recently received similar backlash, as I stated earlier, for the use of the same word in one of her songs. Disability advocates acknowledge Beyonce's inclusive persona, but maintain that it doesn't excuse her use of Albert's language. So,
but yet they can. I feel a type of way, because here it is again. It's a few things with this, and the main thing is that once again it's from overseas, and here we are again coming after a Black female artist. There are many white artists from over there that use the term as well too, as there are over here as well, but they're not going after them. So here it is, they're going after the big name artists that have been topping the charts to try to say up stuff. And this is from the same country that uses fag to describe cigarettes. So if that's the case, then if somebody says that from over the seas and they use that word, then am I able to go ahead and say, hey, you shouldn't use that language because I feel that it's offensive to me? And I do understand the meaning of it. But I do want to read something for you as well too, that a Black disabled woman wrote on Twitter. The white disabled community needs to confront its racism. As a Black disabled woman, I see how Lizzo, Beyonce, and Black women artists are targeted and accused of ableism. The same criticism is not reserved for white artists who use ableist language. Beyonce has been inclusive for her entire career. She was one of the first artists to include disabled women models like Jilly Pepper and Erin Phillip XO in her fashion campaigns before it was popular. What amazes me, and this is where I ended at, is how the white disabled community gets riled up when Beyonce or Lizzo unintentionally uses ableist terms. They aren't angered that 50% people killed by the police are disabled. Their advocacy extends to them and not Black disabled people. And that's from Ola Ojawumi on Twitter. She said that.
I never knew that word hurt people. So I'll say this. There are things now that I've been taught that I have to unlearn that I feel like are problematic. I do.
My gosh.
And so there are other things that I feel like I don't know how to explain it. And I don't know if I would say this is a big problem, but if it is hurting a community and she is somebody who is very inclusive, I know that she'll be like, if Lizzo had to do it, I'm not above that either.
Right.
So I'll go ahead and remove this from it. But there are bigger issues here in America. I'm telling you, it's not intentionally, and we don't. It's almost like it's the same language, but it ain't the same language. We utilize words differently. They mean different things. But being that she is an international artist, and hearing the word may hurt people in that way, that makes sense. And because she's very inclusive, it does make sense for her to challenge herself and change that and make sure that
right,
whatever. But we have songs and things and we got lyrics to this day, and there are movies to this day that if were made in 2022 wouldn't, and these are historical in the Black community. These are staples in the Black community. If you watch Baby Boy in today's culture, I believe that in today's culture, Baby Boy would be said to be just ripped apart. How how the main character was too overly masculine and abusive and things like that, which makes sense in 2022. But a lot of things in our culture, I'm not saying that we're good or bad, but I'm saying like things that weren't meant to be problematic, and they turn around and if she didn't remove it or whatever the case may be, it would be problematic. There are other songs that we hear, Rodney King, baby said I beat it like a cop. We were saying that for a while.
Rebecca, it's one of those things, like, and I can speak on it. I was born in the 70s, okay, 78. There were a lot of words that we said coming up through middle school, high school, hell, and even college, that now if you were to say those words now, you would be canceled. And now it's one of those things to where we weren't doing things, or we weren't saying things to intentionally hurt anybody or intentionally hurt a community. But, that's just how we were brought up. I'm not even going to say brought up, but that's just how, I don't know. We were taught that certain words, right. It was just our words, It's the stuff that we said as a Black community that we didn't know that people found offensive. So now it's like Snack just said in the comments, you just have to learn all over again. That's just like on perfect example on College Hill. Slim Thug is on there and Big Frida. So Slim Thug made the comment. He's like, so what do I call you? Are you a male? Are you female? Do I call you bro, sis, sir, ma'am? I don't know, because I've never been around in these kind of situations. So I'm just educating myself so I know how to proceed so I won't offend you.
So he has to learn things. He had to learn. He's not really unlearning. He's learning. We're unlearning things. But I feel like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there are a lot of things that in today's culture, I pick and choose. I don't get into conversations that I feel like I agree with, or I disagree with. I won't get, because I'm not gonna go into no arguments with people online, but I'm also not gonna go into disrespecting people who feel like, hey, this certain thing affects me in a certain way. I will not take that away from that person. I won't. But we also need to acknowledge we are in two different communities. So for us who are not superstars, it's not a big deal to us, because we're like, whatever. We're looking at it like, nah, that don't mean that to me. For us in our culture, in our community, whatever, it means this. But as an international public figure, I think it would be best for her to remove that. Now, do I care? I'm not for me, but again, I'm not an international superstar yet. We do have an international platform. And if people that watch this say, wow, that word did she just say a bad word? That's affecting me. We got to take that into account. So I think that it does. It's that, I don't know. It's on that. It's that whole thing about it. But I don't think it's intentionally. And some people, and I'll say that this is the other side of that. People will
I
go
do
off
this.
and say, "How dare she? How dare she did that? How dare she do that? How dare she utilize that word? Who does she think she is? She's for her to be such a superstar." And it creates this whole monstrous point of view, terrible rhetorics. Like, it's terrible. They'll utilize that and they'll make her out to be somebody that she's not, the same way they did Lizzo. And you don't even know your career could be gone in just over a word that you unintentionally used.
Yeah.
As you didn't even use it as a slur. It's
You
like, hey,
know,
I'm just going crazy. I'm about to go crazy, man. She spazzed out on me, like whatever. It wasn't meant to be like that. But because she didn't know, and now this is a learning opportunity as an artist who loves her craft and her fans, she made that change. So yeah.
Yeah. So, I just hope that it's one of those things where if this happens a third time, if somebody drops something like this and it's a black female artist, then we know that it's a problem. Because like I said, there are a lot of other people that use those terms, and it's just like they come after the very big name artists. That's it. But yeah, I agree with everything you said, and I do commend Beyonce. Of course, that's Beyonce. She's gonna do what's right.
Yeah.
But I just hope that it's one of those things where this doesn't continue to happen.
Oh, it will.
Like it's not, because they're just targeting at this point. You're targeting now.
Oh, they're gonna find everything. Because when I heard the song, I promise you, Bubba, your camera. But when I heard the song, I can assure you, and I can promise you, as soon as I heard it, I said, "Oh, yeah, they're gonna have a problem with this," because they just had a problem with this with Lizzo. So they're definitely gonna have a problem with this, and understandably so. Like I said, she's not above anything. Beyonce's not above anything. Everybody can get it in this day and age. Everybody will get it. But I think, and this is my personal view of it, putting that to the side, like, we will pick and choose. We will wait on the sidelines and we will be like, and I'm telling you, if nobody said anything about it, it wouldn't be an issue. But because it was said, it's problematic. In the United States, that's not a word that anybody I can say that I know thought that it was bad. It was like, girl, she spazzed out, or she went crazy. She was getting ready to fight and she went off. You know what I'm saying? Like, in like you said, the word FAG is used in the culture over there as a cigarette. And
as a cigarette,
if somebody uses it in a song and we're singing the song, will people in the United States say that's problematic for artists like Adele, or if they're using that word or that term or whatever? I don't think they'll change it. I don't think, how the people in Europe, I don't think they will change it at all.
Warren Register said there's a whole group called the Spasmatics. It's a whole band called the Spasmatics. Are they going to change their name?
No. So there are things like, it's like us saying that we don't want the words that were being used, like the ER, right? We utilize it in our culture and not all Black people use it, but we utilize it in our culture to say, yeah, that's my boy, or like, it's just how we say, hey, what's up? Or listen, let me tell you something. Did you hear about? It's just, but there are people who don't want to use that word because of where it's come from. And so, I don't know. I think it's all up to you. But if somebody that or you're around, or a community says this makes me uncomfortable, I don't think you should disrespect them by saying, shit, like that ain't what we do over here, even though it's really not what we do over here. But if there is a community of people or somebody that that's saying that, don't be rude and dismiss them. It may not be something that you agree with, but if they say don't call them that, so like when people are changing their pronouns, that's still a learning process for me. A whole friend of mine who is no longer going by his dead name or her dead name. You see, her dead name as Philip, and went to the whole wedding and everything. And I had to make sure that I don't call her by that name because I was so used to doing that. So sometimes some things you do got to unlearn and respect that person for who they are or what they say is making them feel some kind of way. You don't want to dismiss them. And I'll say that I agree with that part of it more.
Agreed. So. Like if you tell me, like, especially in a personal space, if you tell me like, hey, I find that word offensive. Oh, I apologize. I didn't know that offended you. So going forward, I'll make sure I won't say that around you, just to make sure that you're not offended, because that's not the whole point. It's not meant to offend.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's a lot of unlearning and learning, and it's a lot of choosing your battles correctly. I mean,
Hello, Rebecca. That's
I'm not about to
absolutely
sit
right.
here and I'm not arguing with nobody over this word. Beyonce's removing it, so whose
Yeah,
battle is this? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's still on the original version, so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, we don't want to. It's not. She chose. She chose to respect these people, and I
she
think
took the high
that's
road.
commendable. Yes.
Yeah,
But if you think that there are going to be a lot of issues that we all agree with and disagree with, yes, we can't all agree on everything, and that's.
exactly.
But choose
Amen.
your battles. If somebody says this offends them, respect that, and that's all I got to say about that. So,
Amen, sister.
a next story on the list.
Girl, all this music stuff today.
It's crazy.
I like it
So
though. I'm here for it.
a Mystikal child, Mystikal.
Oh,
Ain't he the one that says if you ever find me in the
woods,
with the
help the
bell, you
bell.
help the bell. And he's a
Help the
really great
bell.
guy, really great rapper. I actually, watch yourself. I grew up,
Okay.
that's where I was with it. Shake it. Yeah. So anyway,
Yes.
Mystikal publicly accused of she's all right. I'm just kidding. Mystikal publicly accused of sexual assault for the third time. Y'all, for the third time. We
Oh
know
my
we remember
gosh.
that first time. We remember that first time that man went to jail. It was a big case happening on television. It's crazy. And third time. Third time means what? He's a habitual rapist. Third time means what? There could be more people out there. I'm just putting this out there right now. This means that they keep letting this person out and he keeps on doing it again. Let's read the details of the story. The Guardian reported that Mystikal has been arrested on charges that include first-degree rape and felony domestic abuse by strangulation.
Oh my gosh.
The rapper, whose real name is Michael Tyler, was arrested on July 31st in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was reportedly arrested after local police were informed of an alleged sexual assault at a nearby hospital. Mystikal was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards in 2000. We remember that after releasing his global hit, again, Shake It. In 2004, Tyler began serving a 6-year sentence after being found guilty of sexual assault and extortion. In 2012, the rapper served another 3-month sentence after being arrested for misdemeanor and domestic abuse. The Guardian points out that the victim of the 2012 incident was the mother of Tyler's 2 children. While speaking to the Associated Press in April of 2021, Tyler said that he was turning his life around and finding a fresh approach to making music. And I did see a few clips where we saw things like, if you ever see me in the movie, the bell, help the bell. Like, we saw him coming back in that way. But to know that there were 3 different incidents, there were 3 different situations where this man was accused of rape, there's a problem here. There's a problem here, and they keep releasing the problem. The problem being Mystikal.
Yeah, okay. It's time to go back. At this point, it's like makes you question what you said. It's turning your life around and devoting yourself to music. And I just saw on the screen that he's like, if he can rap to God, he's gonna rap like he's rapping to God. It's look like it's all a front. It's really literally all a front to try to get yourself back out there, man. And at this point, send your ass back to jail, bro.
Yeah, there are issues here. He needs
a lot
help, and he's an abuser. And they keep letting him out with no help. They keep letting him like, if he's a rapist, are we alerting our communities of this person living around in the areas? Are we making sure that he's seeking help and we're protecting our girls, our guys from this potential predator? These are important things that we need to understand. He needs to do the time for the crime, and he needs to get help. I think I know that he's monstrous. And if he's done these things, he's monstrous. But if this is a habitual, this is somebody who was constantly doing the same thing, habitual crimes, attacking people, doing the same thing, that means that he needs help. And if we're going to want to rehabilitate this person, we need to get this person help. It isn't just having them serve the time and sending them back out into the world.
Right.
And clearly he's saying that he wants to be better, but when somebody has an issue and doesn't seek help, doesn't get the right assistance to move forward and rehabilitate, we're not going to see much progress. We're going to see repeated offenders, and that's what we see in Mystikal. So,
yeah, especially this is his third offense in Louisiana. I'll be very interested to see what they're going to do. If they're going to give him more time, or are they just going to try to sweep it under the rug?
If it's the third time, though, with a similar situation, I think that like this is very
exactly, Rebecca.
So
and
like you said, Tiger, it's his third reported, and that's what I was saying. You can't imagine how many other people may have been subjected to abuse, may have been one of his victims, may have been hurt by this man. We can't like imagine the people who never said anything, the people who know what he's capable of. So, yeah.
So I see it's a felony domestic abuse by strangulation. So I'm just like, is this his current girlfriend or wife? I'm like, Mystikal hasn't been in anything in so long, so I don't even know what his personal life is like. But I'm curious to know if this is the same person, as if it's still the mother of his two children, or if it's someone different.
And you're right, Mary. How can a rapist be rehabilitated? I don't know, but I know that he needs help.
My mother said castration. Get him where it hurts.
And make sure that, like I said, the same way that people are accused of rape and are pulling up and living in certain areas, alert the area. Make sure that this person is a registered offender. Make sure that the communities know, like, he still needs help though, guys, because just doing those things isn't going to he needs to see a therapist. He needs to get some help. A lot of these people who do these things don't get help. They haven't gotten any help. So,
and it's just like it's just thinking about like, what can they do to get the help though? It's just, to me, it just seems like it's like, is it
kill them? What are we gonna do? Remove them from society by putting them in jail? But in jail, they could be doing similar things in jail much easier. You know, like
you're absolutely right.
There's so many different things. So yeah. I think help. Look, everybody got a message. I think help needs to be on a part of the whole thing. I don't know what that looks like. Bad people do bad things. Somebody who's constantly doing it means that he's given a chance to do it again. I think that they dropped the ball on this one. If you know that there's a repeat offender out there in these streets, this person shouldn't be out there just like that. It should not ever be out there just like that. Anywho, I think that we're done. We did all the stories on today. It is 10:21 a.m. I am ready to go because the wig is itching me right up here on my hairline.
Rebecca,
getting me right in. She's all right. That girl's all right with me. Ding, ding, ding.
How you doing, honey, baby? I don't need that, honey. Mama gonna work it out.
Said you're gonna work it out. It's giving me.
Rebecca, I got it. It's giving me. Oh my God, I can't remember. Unbreak my heart.
No.
Say
me again. It's giving me shoo-be-doo down. No, it's not giving me that. It's giving me
this Mariah girl.
It's the Shoebay Duke from Waiting to Exhale. How'd that one go?
Oh, shoo be doo.
Shoo be.
Come on now.
No, pack a bag so you can leave town for a week.
And
one turn.
And then, of course, you're giving big Donna Summer vibes. It is giving
I
huge Donna Summer vibes.
I feel that. What was that one song?
I'm trying to think of it too, Rebecca. I can't.
I can definitely give. I feel the Donna Summer for sure.
There you go right there. Shotgun.
Let me love you. Shotgun. Tell me something good.
Hey.
Tell me that you like it.
Yeah. That's my shit.
Down, yeah. Boy, you turn it inside out. Round around. Inside out. Yeah. I'm done with y'all for real. Because the way I'm gonna throw this thing, yes, I heard about Chaka Khan's new single. I didn't hear it, but I did hear about it. I didn't hear it, but I did hear about it. Yes, and I'm going to listen to it since you reminded me. Listen, y'all, we have been rocking with y'all this summer. We are coming to the end of the summer. Not quite yet, but we got a few more episodes for you. And so we want to make sure that we...
I hate Snack Fest.
Who said they can't Oompa Loompa vibe?
Snack!
Oompa Loompa. I have a... Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Stop playing with me.
Oh, there you go. I'm every woman.
It's how it be. That's a Whitney and Chaka merge.
Anything
you want now, baby, do it naturally.
Whoa.
I can cast a spell. You can tell that fire inside of you. Stop playing with me, y'all. Talking about Oompa Loompa Dee Doo. I was off. Upside down. Girl, you're turning inside out. Round and round. That's where I should have been with this. So stop. Indian. Okay, we here. Okay. Woo. Anywho, we have been rocking with you guys this summer. We got a few more episodes for you left, so keep rocking with us. Thank you for rocking with us. If you haven't already, make sure that you are signing up to become a Patreon at patreon.com / like it or not. That is us. That is Like It or Not. Not the BPD show, even though, he this is under his umbrella, but
his channel and everything,
you might get a little confused. It's the Like It or Not. So patreon.com / like it or not, patreon.com / like it or not to become a Patreon. If you haven't already, thank you. Please make sure you are sharing, subscribing, liking, sending it to your grandma, sister, brother, and them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Rebecca, and them.
Yeah, and them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you are sending it to everybody because we want to spread the word. We want to make sure that you guys are tuning in, and supporting any way that you can. We are doing it for the Frizzle, the FREE, the 0.099. That's what we're doing it for because we want to be here with you. Free. But we are taking our donations and support monetary funds at Cash App at Becca's Voice and at DJ X3C. That's Becca's Voice, DJ X3C. Also, you can do it at PayPal for me at RebeccaAzor@gmail.com. I know that you are also...
DJ exclusive at gmail.com, and that's 3 X's because I'm so nasty.
So however, there's a way, there's a will, there's a way. I'll take $1, I'll take 10, whatever you can give. And thank you.
Shout out to Latif.
Shout out to Latif and those of you who have been giving. Let me go ahead and go to my Cash App. There's a special a few people that actually I want to make sure I give a shout out to. Let me go to it. Like, oh, I ain't got my glasses on.
I'm about to say, where you?
Julia Adams. Thank you so much, Julia. I really appreciate your love offering. Latif, thank you so much for your love offering. Mary Richardson, thank you so much for your love offering. As always, Laura Estrada, thank you so much for your love offering as well. Everybody who has
wait a damn minute.
Thank you, guys. No, that's overtime. That's
Y'all
overtime.
help. Oh, okay.
That's overtime. Yeah, that's overtime. But no, I wanted to go ahead and thank you because I know that I always forget, and you guys are always giving me some love. So thank you. And thank you to everybody who was showing love by just watching. I appreciate you. Everything helps. Everything counts. When I get to do this with you guys, when Bubba gets to do this with you guys, when we get to laugh, laugh at each other, laugh with each other, it's all a good vibe. It's all a good vibe. Trust me. So my heart to yours. Thank you for your support. Continue to support, and it'll be great if you could support us, in our pockets to help us to continue to do this for you guys on a daily or at least 3 times a week. I love you guys. And Bubba, what is the affirmation?
The affirmation for the day. I am improving in mind, soul, and body every day. I'm improving in mind, soul, and body every day.
I feel that. I love you guys so much. Mean it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to yourself. Okay.
Love y'all. Mean it. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in this morning. We greatly love y'all, man. Shout out to Carmen Jones and Brother Lateef as well, too. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of the day, y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all be safe. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for others as well, too. Love y'all, meaning it. Yes, rest in peace, Nichelle Nichols. Rest in peace, Nichelle Nichols, the original Star Trek queen. Love y'all, meaning it. We will see y'all in the morning. Deuces.